Hi, P Euro students. Um, I'm going over this week's asynchronous assignment. We had talked about you'd watched a video on the unification of Germany and Italy, and now we're going to look at and talked about some isms going on, as well as the Industrial Revolution. A lot of things happening in the 19th century. So we kind of want to close it up and finish this week also looking at social Darwinism um, leading up to World War One. So if you guys remember, Germany and Italy were not unified as one at this point. Um, Italy was actually fragmented into a bunch of different kingdoms and a bunch of dukedoms, and then Germany had lots of different provinces. Um, so for this one, we'll focus on a series of wars, and as well as Otto von Bismarck himself. And for this assignment, we're going to use and make a mind map. If you've never done a mind map before, it's kind of it connects main points or main concepts and kind of draws them out into smaller ones and kind of stems out from there. So usually starts with like a main subject. In this case, we have German unification, and then the larger points are next, and then it kind of goes, and you can do variations of lines and shapes in order to show how things are connected. And so we're doing a digital mind map using the platform Coggle. If you've never used Coggle before, it's pretty user friendly. You just simply go to Coggle dot it, and then you would log in with your Google school account, your school email, and then you can go ahead and start creating your mind map. So I wanted to go ahead and go over a little bit of the details here. You're going to use your textbook and this PowerPoint that I have on German unification. So you'll scroll through and go through the PowerPoints, and then you're also going to use you already watched it answer the questions, but I put it at the very end in case you wanted to reference it, the Italian and German unification crash course that you had watched on Edpuzzle. So I linked it here again. So again, you'll use your textbook, this PowerPoint, and as well as Edpuzzle. And then you already have notes on this. And then if you need to use any other sources, just make sure that they're reputable sources, like you can use Britannica, for example, but do not use Wikipedia as your source. However, you can look at on Wikipedia, Wikipedia does have footnotes, and so you can usually find original sources at the bottom using that. But if you're not sure about the source, then please let me know and I'll prove it for you. So you'll be looking at these three main wars, like I said, as well as Otto von Bismarck. And so you're going to elaborate on each point. So your main structure will look like mine, where you'll have German unification in the middle, and then you'll branch out from there with the wars and being three different um, lines, and then Otto von Bismarck from there. Um, and then for each of the wars, I only put it for the Austro-Prussia War, but you'll have it for each one of them. So you'll initially write the causes of each war. You'll have the dates, when it started and when it ended. You'll have the location, where were the major battles or any of the battles within the overall wars fought. The outcomes, which should include who won, who lost, any reforms that were made, and like any change in name or size of an area. And then you'll link your sources here. Okay. So if it's the textbook, you'll know what chapter. Um, or if it's Edpuzzle, you'll say the crash course on Italian and German unification. But if it's a link like to Britannica, you'll click that here, which I'll show you how to do in just a second. And then you'll provide key people that played an instrumental role in the war. So you would list the people, but you should elaborate just a quick, brief summary with you using bullet points is sufficient here on how that person was a key player in the war. Okay. This might be, they might have more key people from one war versus the other. It just depends. Um, but the way you do it is you can click on these pluses and it gives you another line, branch to go out from. But when you create your initial branches, these are the options that it lets you do. So you can use this for your text if you need to write something. This is how you would put the link in from a website. You can put in images. And then they have specific icons that Coggle has that you can use to link it here as well. Now, if you accidentally make a branch and you want to delete it, you just simply right click and this box comes up and then you just press undo. You can also use it to add labels, okay, and like paste and copy and search for different branches. Okay, so another example here, I click from the center and a new branch was created easily, and then I would just use my texting to type whatever the new branch was called. So it's like I said, it's pretty user friendly. It'll start to grow as you type more information. So you'll use all of these points for each of the wars, okay? Not just for the Austro-Prussia War, but for all of the wars these 3 wars listed here. And when you get to Otto von Bismarck, it's a little different because this is a person, right? So for the dates, you'll list when Otto von Bismarck was alive, so when he was born and when he died. Background, any pertinent information on how Bismarck got to where he was in order to become such a large figure in German history. And then for impact, we have, for origin, we have his upbringing, what positions did he hold, how would be origin, and then for his upbringing, for origin, and positions are held, or like any positions he held, like was he in the military or any political positions, for his impact, how he overall helped or impacted Germany or Austria. And then for legacy, why do we still remember Bismarck? So his the impact should definitely include the unification, but the legacy is more on a larger scale of why do we still remember Bismarck today. So this is what we'll be using. If you prefer, you can do your mind map handwritten, okay, but you just need to take a picture of it and then upload it. This will be uploaded to Canvas. And the way to do that is you can do it by a link. So it asks you if you want to share your Coggle, and also it will save as you're working, just like a Google Doc would. And then when you're ready and you're done and you want to share your Coggle, you can get the link, okay, and it will give you a link. And then you embed the link, copy the link, and post it directly into like a comment or a Google Doc, whatever is easier, into Canvas, and then turn it in on Canvas. Or the other option is to download it, okay? Make sure you save it as a PDF or an image file. Okay, so nothing else will make sense with the mind map with Canvas. So either these 2 files here, to download it, save it directly onto your computer because this will be saved on a virtual on this website. So you have to download it onto your computer and then upload it to Canvas that way. So there's a couple ways you can do it. I know it says you can actually share the Coggle with me through Coggle because I do have a Coggle account, but I would like you to submit it still on Canvas like we normally do. So again, you can either share and post the link to your Coggle on Canvas, or you can upload it as an image file or a PDF. So this is our asynchronous assignment for the week. If you have any questions, please send me an email or send me a remind text, and I'd be happy to go over them with you. hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you later this week.